The majority of us use banks every day and trust them to keep our money safe. But when making a withdrawal from a cash machine, how certain can you be that the dispensed notes will be genuine? Would you have any doubt about their authenticity, or would you go ahead and use them without a second thought? Our 21-year-old male, who will be known as Marcus, encountered an unfortunate incident because of notes he withdrew from a cash machine. Let's find out what happened.
I woke up, got ready for work, and drove straight to the bank. Withdrew £260 from the outside cash machine. I distinctly remember the machine dispensed brand new fresh notes. I took these in a rush, forgot to wait for the receipt. My supervisor called me and requested I purchase some milk. I agreed and stopped at the convenience store nearest to my work. On entering the store, I was immediately told by the security guard to take my hood down.
I was going to do that anyway.
I picked up some items, not forgetting the milk, and went to the till. I produced a £20 note to pay for the items, but was informed by the cashier the notes were counterfeit. I could not understand why, as this was one of the notes I just withdrew from the cash machine. I explained and requested for the remaining notes to be checked. I was then told that they were all counterfeit. I asked for the notes back so I could show the bank. However, the cashier said he would not be able to give them back. At this point, I suggested the police to be called in order to resolve the situation. 2 uniformed officers arrived. I explained my situation and urged them to contact the bank. They took one look at me and refused to believe anything I had to say. I was immediately placed under arrest on suspicion of handling fraudulent money and attempting to make a purchase with it. My car was searched and I was taken into custody, where I was held for 9 hours. In this time, the police had not contacted the bank. They continued to believe I was guilty, and I was released on bail. On my release, I contacted the bank branch manager. She confirmed that counterfeit notes had been dispensed from their cash machines, and other customers had also reported this error. However, no other customers had been placed under arrest. I contacted the police officers in charge and advised they get in touch with the bank. The following day, they arrived at my place of work to confirm my innocence and reassured me that my name had been cleared.
Now let's get some professional opinions on the incident. Why do you think people stereotype?
From a social psychological viewpoint, we believe that people stereotype in order to save time and effort. Basically, we encounter so much stimulus in our everyday environment that we find it easier to place people into categories and to make up traits and associations and behaviors associated with a particular group. That way, when we're interacting in our social life, it makes it easier to prejudge somebody. So if I see you before me and you're a male and you're of an ethnic minority, I've got loads of preconceptions which save me time and effort of getting to know you and knowing how to interact with you.
So what is your opinion on the incident?
The victim seemed to fit the stereotype, had the appropriate dress, accent, ethnicity, etc., and therefore the actor was looking for stereotype consistent explanations, and in that instance the stereotype consistent explanation would be that the person in front of them was a criminal. They didn't really need to take the time to get to know the person or to get to know the situation. Their stereotype saved them a lot of time and effort, and it was much easier for them to believe that this person was a criminal.
Do you believe the police would have followed the same procedure if it had been a Caucasian or a smartly dressed person?
No, I don't believe that would have been a case. In an instance where a smartly dressed Caucasian man, possibly with a very good accent, if he had handed out the fraudulent bills, the actor probably would have sought an alternative explanation which would have been consistent with that stereotype. So for instance, this person was a rich lawyer and engaged in lots of high-powered transactions, and therefore happened to have accidentally wound up with that kind of amount of cash on them which was fraudulent. Certainly they would have taken a lot more time and effort to go back and try and justify why this person had that amount of money.
So even though we are automatically programmed into making stereotypical judgments, let's not always judge a book by its cover.